Hi, I'm Ashley Adamson. This is Tea Time. It's an unedited, unscripted series where we explore trans topics and other things as well, a lot to do with personal development. Today, we're going to be talking about transitioning later. Is that even is there a time where you can not transition? Is that a valid question to ask? And also talking a little bit about how your interests change over time when you transition, which is a topic one of y'all suggested yesterday, Cutie Yuri, I believe. Thank you, Cutie. So let's talk about transitioning later. I hear this a lot more often than I like to, which is, I don't know if I should transition because maybe it's too late. No, it's never too late. Never, 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 never. That question is really coming from the wrong place. I don't know about you if you've already transitioned or not, but for people that have already transitioned, how do you feel when you hear that question? You know what the answer is. You know what it's like on the other side. But for people that are not on the other side of their transition, who are thinking about it, you don't know what's on the other side. And there's so much to be found and so much to be discovered. You can't compare your mental model of who you think you are now and your happiness now to where you will be in the future when you transition. Because when you get into so much more of what you love and finding more of who you are, there's so much more joy and so much more magic to just be discovered in this process. So saying, is it too late to transition, is saying, I want to transition, but maybe I just won't look as good or I won't get the results that I want. And if those are all superficial, if you want to transition, just transition. Live a little bit with no regrets. I don't know if you've had regrets in your life. I think a lot of people have. Think back to your last one that you've had. Would you have done things differently knowing what you know now? Yeah, knowing what I know now, I would have totally done a lot of things differently. And those regrets that I have feed me that fire to say, you know what, I'm not gonna regret this one. And that was the main thing for me when I transitioned, was looking back at my life, pretending that I was on my deathbed and saying, you know what, looking back at the forks in the road, which one would I have really liked to have known had I have gone? And it's like to know if I really was a woman. So don't ask that question to yourself, is it too late? It's never too late. Yeah, sure, you're not going to get some things, which sucks. If you're 60 or 70, you may not get some of the changes you want that you could have gotten when you were 20 or 30. But it's never too late, and you'll still find so much happiness and so much joy out of it. So yeah, it's just a dumb question to ask. Ask yourself, would I like to regret not doing something that I know that I innately want? And even still, asking that question slightly differently, if you know what you know can you imagine yourself 5 years from now still not transitioned and still wanting transition? Who would that person be, and how would that person feel about your decision to not make that decision 5 years earlier? I think everyone says they wish they would have done it earlier, and I am totally in that camp. Speaking of transitioning later, I transitioned about 2.5 years ago, and I'm well advanced as an adult. I missed, many opportunities to do it as a younger age. And because of that, I really got into knowing myself and finding a calibration in myself that I felt was acceptable for myself. And I think this is somewhat of a unique experience for people who transition later. For those that have transitioned later, I'd love to hear what your thoughts are. But what in you feels like it's a hangover from the old version of you? Do you know what I mean? There's parts of you that you start to recognize that are the old you, and that you're still hashing through and kind of cleaning out and reshaping into who you are now. And I explain this to some people who are later in their transition, but they feel like they're maybe going to lose a part of themselves, but there's no loss of yourself. There's just more of yourself kind of coming to the front. So yeah, it's never too late. And I think there's a lot more working through your personality and who you know yourself to be as you get older because you're so used to being a certain way. Today, for example, I found myself operating and moving like I used to, and that's just because I have all of my life working that way and only recently having changed. Recent, it feels like it's been forever, but 2.5 years. So yeah, I'd love to hear what your thoughts are on that and like how your experience has been if you've transitioned. And also like if you haven't transitioned but you're thinking about it, like what are some of the things that are holding you back? And I would ask another question just for you to ask yourself, which is how might you get over these things? How can you support yourself to move through these things? And I know there's a lot of hard hurdles, like potentially losing your family or health issues and things like that. You don't need to take hormones to effectively transition. And sometimes it is better to wait a little longer. On the flip side, if you're like 16 or 17, I've gotten calls on the Trans Lifeline where, they're 17 and they have one more year before they can leave their transphobic parents and family behind. And they're like, I can't do it. Like, I really just need to transition. And it's kind of like, I don't know if this is, everyone's advice, but I'd say just wait. If you can get blockers, great. If you can't, it's not the end of the world. It's 1 year. People transition much older than 18. I didn't transition at 18. I waited much longer for that. And I'm still pretty happy. There are some things that I wish that, had happened. I think the biggest thing is, the hips. They seal when you're 25. So, if you don't take hormones, then until after 25, then you can't get the hips wide, which kind of sucks. But my sister reassures me that there isn't much hip in our genetics, so I'm not to expect much anyways, which is sort of nice. On to the topic by Cutie Yuri, interests and how they shift after you transition. Well, I'd love to hear what your interests are, first of all, and how they've shifted as you transition, or even as you grow and develop as a person. Things change, right? Your life changes, and your interests kind of change based on your priorities and what you find makes you happy. And kind of looping back to transitioning later or just transitioning and knowing yourself, the more you get to know yourself, the more you realize what actually nourishes you. And one of the topics we covered in Managing Yourself on episode 1 was like knowing that your brain doesn't always know what you actually need. And I think that comes back to your hobbies and the things that you like. Sometimes hobbies aren't good for you. Like I played a lot of computer games and I still play some computer games, but I played a lot and it's not good for me. I wasn't happy. I wouldn't do things. I wouldn't like to go out because I had plenty of stimulation, right? So that aside, transitioning, I think the biggest, most marked differences is that I write a lot. I write so much. Before I hated writing. Now I love writing. I write all the time. Second thing, I didn't make videos. I had nothing to say, I thought. And now I feel like I have everything to say and everything to communicate about. I really, really, really want to get positive messages across and sharing that with the community. And then third, I like to go on a lot of dates. Before I think as an Asian male, you're considered to be in the least desirable class of dateable people. It sucks, but when you're an Asian or half Asian female, suddenly you become put into the opposite class, which I think is ironic, of like the most desirable the date. So I really enjoy going on dates. And the reason why is because the interaction with femininity and masculinity, however you are, there is some kind of interplay in this energy when you go out on a date, right? Even if you're non-binary, there's certain aspects of personalities that have more masculine and more like feminine traits. And that interplay is sort of like the chemistry and how you interlock. And the chemistry is who you are. It's who you are interacting with another person of who they are. And in finding myself and in activating myself, I find that playing with that chemistry is so rewarding and enjoyable. So I like to go on dates. I haven't found the right one for me, but maybe there isn't one. Maybe there's 2 or 3. I don't know. I expect there to be one, but for the moment, dating in Berlin is great. So I'd love to hear what your thoughts are, and if you have any topics you'd like to cover, and how it's been going for you, whether you've transitioned now or transitioned later. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. I'm Ashley Adamson. This is Tea Time Episode 3. Thank you for all your support, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.